Okay, wrong, wrong page. There it is. I will first show you that I made the prototype on my own and still use the pre-made assets to do as intended. Instead of doing what the video had originally with the gem, I decided to use the potions. Almost everything else is the same, however, and the code works as intended. Each wave, a new ball spawns in, as well as a new potion being spawned in at random points. Which is easy, simple. I can go ahead and show the code. While I haven't really labeled everything, the methods, I feel, label everything else relatively well on its own. The methods, as I say, they label what things do, basically. Generate position, wrong one. Enemy is the simplest of methods, and honestly, it was wonderful to learn how that worked while going through the tutorials. I love it, and it sounds like this is going to help me a lot. If I can find out how to translate that onto just 2D, and I don't have to add force to the thing. But on the most part, this sounds like heaven on earth. You just have to translate the position instead of adding a force towards that player, but that'll be fine. This will be good, at least for now. Camera rotates, it goes to the correct variable as you would assume. And player controller, it does what it's intended. Power up falls, doesn't work. This is a power up countdown. Lovely. It was lovely to find out how these two basically work together. And I'm not trying to pronounce them because I know I can't. So for my sake, I'll call it IE and start C, or SC. While I can see IE and SC are very useful and beneficial in many methods, I see it also being very likely I don't even bother using them, at least early on. A way I could see using them would probably be some sort of countdown for the number of turns, but also no. Maybe a countdown with an enemy or a boss that needs you to beat them under a certain time frame, which I still see being relatively unlikely. At least in the way they're being used, I should say. On collision, I love it. I love learning about that. And on trigger, also love that. Learning more about it. I mean, even though I'm kind of a dum-dum, it was nice learning about those things. Just learning that they could help me so much to make a basic sign. Jokes aside, they'll be very useful for learning how to make signs, enemies, all that lovely stuff. The one problem I'll probably see myself running into in the future is just how do I make text appear on the screen without doing stuff, or how do a title screen. Both of those, very possible. Just going to be annoying, so I'm going to shove those worries to the side for now, and just be glad I got stuff to work. Because holy crap, the challenge was a pain in my bum. Mostly just how I screwed up the first part of it. The first bonus one. Holy crap, the particles were not working as I thought. I'll explain that in the next video, but yeah. And I mean the debug log, I already understood how to do that in my past life. In my computer science class. I mean, how strings and adding in numeric variables or other strings into it works for adding that stuff into a string. The debug log, I keep forgetting that exists. I'm probably not going to use it that much, but it will be useful for checking stuff when I'm not ready to use it, or make a full, proper response for it. Everything's nice, and I will try to remember how get component works because I keep forgetting it exists. Everything's lovely and nice. I love it. All I'll say about this prototype and the challenge, I absolutely hate tank control. Well, I don't hate tank controls. I hate controlling a ball like this. Super Monkey Ball gets a pass because you're controlling the environment, not exactly a ball. The ball follows gravity. Still, I hate the controls for this assignment. They were so awkward. Sure, you get used to it. It was painful. For the challenge, it was more bearable because it was more behind the player in that circumstance. But this, I didn't like it. Having actual, somewhat more manageable tank controls felt better. Anyways, I'm going on to a tangent. Let's talk about the spawn method. I basically did most of this once we started getting into the random variables on my own. Or was it something else? Enemies, they are self-explanatory, but I need a tutorial. Yeah, most of this I did on my own. Well, at least with the 4 loops. Oh my god, I love learning about them all over again. It's like an ex-boyfriend I thought I lost. Or ex-girlfriend. I never had either. But hey, what fun. Nemones. Because I failed to do the proper name conventions of variables, it just looks like nemones, not num enemies. But the point gets crossed still. Which works and serves its purpose, blah blah blah. We're done with this video. See you in the next video very soon.